Proceed, Solinus, to procure my fall, and by the doom of death end woes and all.
Merchant of Syracusa, plead no more. I am not partial to infringe our laws. The enmity and discord which of late sprung from the rancorous outrage of your duke to merchants, our well-dealing countrymen, excludes all pity from our threatening looks. It hath in solemn synods been decreed both by the Syracusans and ourselves to admit no traffic to our adverse towns. Nay, more. If any born in Ephesus be seen at Syracusan marts and fairs again, if any Syracusan born come to the Bay of Ephesus, he dies. His goods confiscate to the duke's dispose, unless 1,000 marks be levied to quit the penalty and to ransom him. Thy substance, valued at the highest rate, cannot amount unto 100 marks. Therefore, by law, thou art condemned to die.
Yet this my comfort, when your words are done, my woes end likewise with the evening sun.
Well, Syracusan, say in brief the cause, why thou departedst from thy native home, and for what cause thou camest to Ephesus.
A heavier task could not have been imposed that I speak my griefs unspeakable. Yet that the world may witness that my end was wrought by nature, not by vile offense. I'll utter what my sorrows give me leave. In Syracusa was I born and wed into a woman, happy but for me, and by me had not our hap been bad.
With her I lived in joy, our wealth increased by many prosperous voyages I often made again, till my factor's death. And a great many care of goods at random left drew me from kind embracements of my spouse.
From whom my absence was not 6 months old before herself,
almost at fainting under the pleasing punishment that women bear,
had made provisions for her following her, and soon and safe arrived where I was. There had she not been long, but she became the joyful mother of 2 goodly sons. Hey! And, which was strange, the one so like the other as could not be distinguished but by name.
That very hour in the self-same inn, a mean woman was delivered of such vermin. Male twins.
Hey!
Both alike. These their parents were exceedingly poor.
I bought and brought up to attend my sons.
my wife, not meanly proud of 2 such boys, made daily motions for our home return.
Unwilling, I agreed.
Alas, too soon came aboard, only from Epidemium having sailed, for the always window bang deep.
Did what convey unto our fearful minds the doubtful words of immediate death?
My wife!
More careful for the latter born, he fastened him unto a small spare mast, such as seafaring men provide for storms. To him one of the other twins was bound.
Whilst I had been like heedful of the other,
The children thus disposed, my wife and I, fixing our eyes on whom our cares were fixed, fastened ourselves to either end the mast. At length, the sun, gazing upon the earth, dispersed those vapors that offended us, and in the benefit of his wished light, the seas waxed cold, and we discovered 2 ships from far making a main to us. Yay!
But ere they came,
oh!
Her heart, poor soul, seeming as burdened and with lesser weight but not with lesser woe, was carried with more speed before the wind by fishermen of Corinth, as he thought.
At length, another ship had seized on us, and knowing whom it was their have to see, gave helpful welcome to their shipwrecked guests, and would have reft the fishers of their prey, had not their bark been buried. And therefore, homeward did they bend their course.
Thus! Have you heard me severed from my bliss, and my misfortunes, my life belonged to tell sad stories of my own mishap.
But for the sake of them thou sorrowst for, do me the favor to dilate in full what hath befallen them and thee till now.
My youngest boy.
And yet my eldest care, at 18 years, became inquisitive after his brother and importuned me.
That is attended. So his case was like. Reft of his brother, but retained his name. Might bear him company in the quest of him.
Who whilst I labored of love to see, I hazard the loss of whom I love. 5 summers I've spent in farthest Greece, roaming clean the bounds of Asia, and, coasting homeward, came to Ephesus, hopeless to find yet loath to leave unsought or that, or any place that harbors men.
But here must
Now, trust me, were it not against our laws, against my crown, my oath, my dignity, which princes would they may not disannul, my soul should sue as advocate for thee. But though thou art adjudged to the death, and passed sentence may not be recalled but to our honor's great disparagement, yet I will favor thee in what I can. Therefore, merchant, I'll limit thee this day to seek thy help through beneficial help. Try all the friends thou hast in Ephesus. Beg thou or borrow to make up the sum and live. If not, thou art doomed to die.
hopeless and helpless doth Egeon wend, but to procrastinate his lifeless end.
Therefore, give out your epidamnum, lest your goods too soon be confiscated. This very day, a Syracusan merchant is apprehended for arrival here, and, not being able to buy up his life according to the statute of the town, dies ere the weary sun set in the west. There is your money that I have.
Go, there to the Centaur where we host and stay there Romeo till I come. Within this hour it will be dinner time. Till then I'll view the manners of the town, peruse the traders' gaze upon the buildings, and then return in sleep within my gate. For with long travel I am stiff and weary. Get thee away!
Many a man would take you at your word, and go indeed, having so good a mien.
A trusty villain, sir, that very oft when I am dull with care and melancholy, lightens my humors with his merry jests. What will you walk with me about the town, and then go to my inn and dine with you?
I am invited, sir, to certain merchants, of whom I hope to make much benefit. I crave your pardon. Soon at 5 o'clock, please, you will meet with you upon the mart, and afterwards reserve until that time. My present business calls me from you now.
Farewell till then. I will go lose myself and wander up and down through the city.
Sir, I commend you to your own content.
He that commends me to mine own content commends me to the thing I cannot get.
I to the world am like a drop of water, that in the ocean seeks another drop, who, falling there to find his fellow forth, unseen, inquisitive, confounds himself. So I, to find a mother and a brother, in quest of them unhappy, lose myself. Here comes the almanac of my true date. Oh, how now, Dromio! Where runnest thou so fast?
Run so fast. Rather, return too soon. The cabin burned, the big boss in the spit, the clock has struck in color upon the bell, my mistress made it one upon my cheek. She's hot, so me is cold. Me is cold, because you come not home. You come not home having no, come not home having no stomach. You have no stomach having broke your fast, but we both know it is the fast and break are pendant for your default today.
Stop in your waiting, sir. Tell me this, I pray. Where have you left the money that I gave you?
Oh, 6 pence I have the Wednesday rack to pay my salad with the instructor. The salad vendors, right? Have it not.
I'm not in the sport of humor now. Tell me, and dally not, where is the money? We being strangers here, how darest thou trust so great a charge from thine own custody?
My printing jest, sir, as you sit at dinner. My mistress sent for me a post. If I return, I shall leave post to me, for she will scour your faults on my date. It is your mark, like mine. To be a clock, to send you home without a messenger.
Come, Romeo, come, these jests are out of season. Reserve them till a merrier hour than this. Where is the gold I gave in charge to thee?
Quite ignorable.
Come on, Sunday, have done your foolishness, and tell me how thou hast disposed thine
perchance you'll not bear them patiently.
Thy mistress's marks. What mistress, slave, hast thou?
Your worship's wife, my mistress at the Phoenix. She doth fast until you come home to dinner and prays that you will hie you home to dinner.
Dost thou threaten me thus into my face, being forbidden? There, take you that, sir, knave!
For me, you serve of God's sake, hold your hands. Man, you will not, shall take my heels.
Upon my life, by some device or other, the villains overrotted all my money. They say this town is full of customers. As jugglers that deceive the eye, dark working sources that change the mind, sulking witches that perform the body, disguised cheaters, trading mountebanks, and many such like liberties of city. If it proves so, I'll be gone no sooner. Although the centaur go seek this slave, I greatly fear my money is not safe.